see each other. No, you can't see. Yeah. Boom, we're live. Hello, everybody. Hey. What's going on? I'm having another difficult audio day. Why? I don't know why.
Oh, it's up.
There we go. Okay, now we're chilling.
Why?
I just did.
Wearing the same hat.
Oh yeah, Carhartt boys. There you go.
It's the best brand for outside in the winter.
Absolutely.
You will never find a better brand than Carhartt, and this is not sponsored.
Where do you get your Carhartt memorabilia? Do you get it online? Do you get it at Walmart?
You can get it online. You can get it in a store. Man, you can't make it. You can't replicate it.
Can't sew it.
No, you can't. You can't get it in a video game. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
You gotta go online or to
Can you get it in the metaverse?
You could put it on your Bored Ape.
Right.
Put a little fucking thing on them. Or it's the best part. You could get it delivered to your house too.
I need to grow my beard back. I literally just took a glance at myself in the camera. And there's no way this look is staying. Not a chance.
No, I think. All right, so this is what you need.
The butt chin is on full
You need
display.
Round. You need nice glasses.
Well, I've been wearing my contacts. I just didn't put them on today.
You look weird with contacts.
Glasses.
You gotta get nice Gucci limited edition.
You think so?
Limited edition.
See, if I was going all out like
Emerald
that, I would go
case, diamond encrusted.
If I was going all out like that, I would go Venema. You know Venema?
Never heard of it. So
yeah, exactly. That's the baller shit right there. That's the fucking snake skins, the croc skins. It's the greens and the yellows.
That sounds like a boot.
Oh, bro.
It sounds like
it's glasses.
It
fucking glasses.
Sounds like a purse.
And they're thick too. Urkel glasses.
No, like you need. So there's this guy that I follow, and he kind of looks like you.
There's this guy.
Yeah, he just doxed himself on Twitter.
Dude, you can literally see my butt chin from here.
You know what doxed?
Wow.
Why do you keep doing that? And then, yeah, man, you gotta fucking
you have cleft chin or you don't.
You gotta stop.
That's a genetic thing.
Don't
Genetics.
It is. Absolutely is.
This guy he just doxed. You know what doxing means?
No.
Doxing means like you're anonymous, and then like you post a pic line, and like it shows like your face, or like you know what I mean. That's you've been doxed. Get with the program, fellas. We're not, I know we're not. This is what happens.
Yeah, sorry.
My bad.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, this is what happened. You leave, you get out of school and you're like, what are the fucking trends? It's harder to find these things. So I can't find this motherfucker.
Can we hop into UFC 282 before we get too far off topic? The show's just started, and I want to talk about all the shit that just went on.
No.
I would know.
I'm joking.
Man. The fuck you think this is?
All right, I'm not joking.
You fucking saying it with chest and shit?
We need to
come down here starting problems. I thought we were gonna.
No, you're the problem.
Get that angle.
No, you're the problem.
We need to have more personality. We need to have more pop in the fucking pods, right?
So I want to look up how many Adesanyas there are in the world.
How many Adesanyas? Why?
Why? Because I just want to know how many Chael Sonnens, how many Chaels there are, how many Chaels.
Do you mean actually by name or like people like them?
Just people like how? Definitely name, not like them.
Okay. I didn't know if you were saying
where
that,
do they rank, metaphorically
or like actual.
Kind of like Linda ranked number 2. Like where's fucking Khabib? Where's how many Nurmagomedovs are there in the world?
What we were searching was just in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look in the world, that's why I'm fucking.
Oh shit.
Dude, Tico. I wish we were doing a fucking podcast because the funniest shit happened in the pay-per-view when fucking Tico was talking about Muhammad being because someone called Magomed Ankalaev. Were you even paying attention to this?
No, I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
I think you might have been sleeping. I don't know.
I don't think you were asleep. I don't think you fell asleep in this pay-per-view. Dude, it was the funniest fucking thing. So, Magomed Ankalaev, after the first round of the fight, got put to the corner, and his cornerman called him Muhammad. And I'm like, wow, his cornerman just fucked it up. Like his name's not Muhammad, it's Magomed. And fucking Tico goes, Muhammad's the #1 name in the fucking world. Read a book. Super bad.
Yeah, I remember
Super
that now.
bad reference. And I'm looking at him like, is this motherfucker really calling me out for this shit right now? Like, is he really that passionate about Muhammad? And for 2 minutes, I'm like kind of salty. I'm like, yeah, all right, man. Like, if you want to fucking whatever. And then he says super bad. And I'm like, oh, I'm being a total dickhead right now. Because I thought he was
No, you're
literally.
just being dumb.
Yeah, no, I thought he was literally went right over. Oh, man. I was like,
Super
oh,
bad
shit.
is, man. I think that might be like my first rated R movie
One
I
of them.
ever watched.
Hangover's one. Superbad was probably earlier than Hangover, right?
Yeah. Not 07. 07 was super bad.
I watched Juno really young too, because that like I had an older sister, like that was like her thing. when
Yeah,
that came out.
dude, but super
Superbad
bad
was fucking hilarious.
dude. Every other word out of Jonah's mouth was a F-bomb. I am McLovin.
Name's not fucking McLovin because McLovin's a dumb fucking fairy tale name.
Why are you 25? You know how many 21-year-olds there are? So dumb, dude. So dumb.
I think that
So awesome.
that those kind of movies get lost on our generation sometimes because we're so focused on the Netflix stuff of nowadays. You know what I mean? The streaming stuff, the things that we can kind of get right at the accessibility of our phone. We never think of those old movies that came out in the fucking DVD like boxes.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
gotta think that was
we're
like the
so
last
far
true
away.
comedy, super bad, dude. Like that is like
I don't know if you could say it's the last true comedy. I think there's still comedies coming out, but like it's definitely
To that
one of the
extent?
last of that generation of films where it was like broadcasted. Like, when's the last time you guys went to a movie theater?
I went to see. Oh my god, this is embarrassing, dude. So embarrassing. Fucking Spider-Man, one of the new ones. It was so ass, dude. It was so bad.
Yeah, I heard about
It
that.
was so bad. Fucking Tico snuck in some shrimp, tucked it in his jeans. Fucking
What?
yeah, a whole thing of shrimp.
You guys are just eating shrimp cocktails while you're fucking watching Spider-Man?
Yeah, you got in there, dude. It was like, and it fucking spilled all over him. All on his like.
Why would
all
you
on
take
his
shrimp?
jeans.
Is just so not a movie. Like
Shrimp?
popcorn, fucking candy.
No, he snuck it in.
Yeah, no, I know you're snaking.
Yeah,
that.
like we went and bought it purposely for this.
Like take a candy bar. Why are you taking shrimp? I mean,
I don't
fuck
know.
it,
He
I'll
was
eat some
had,
shrimp
people
too.
wanted to know. People were curious, you know.
I'll eat
People-
some shrimp too.
People, he offered some people one day like shrimp in a movie theater.
I made some shrimp
Dude, that's
Mozambique
fine
over
dining.
rice
If you
the other
think,
day.
dude, we're kicked
Yeah,
up.
but they were cold, weren't they?
Feet back. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feet back. Eating them.
Cold seafood's not the best.
How
was
he
the
bought it from a seafood restaurant. He put
No,
it
not
in
in
his,
no,
not even a
in
seafood
the market.
restaurant. I'm
In
sorry.
the market
From
basket.
a market.
Market
You
went
bought
to
it from Market Basket?
He went all the way to the movie theaters. He put
No,
the shrimp in
Market
his
Basket's
pocket.
right there.
Yeah.
The market basket.
So did he get it like fresh shrimp? Like, do
Yeah,
they sell
fresh, yeah.
fresh shrimp at
No.
Market
Yeah,
Basket?
fun cocktail thing. Yeah.
That would gross
You know, like
me
when,
out.
no, it's the stuff that people eat. Like, sorry.
Did he buy it like a shrimp cocktail, or did they have like
Yeah.
a rotisserie? You know how you go to a
No, he
deli-
bought. It's like those raw shrimp or whatever.
In
that-
a
like-
circle.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Listen,
I don't like it either, but I don't
to
think
each
it's
his own.
gross.
To each
No,
his
it's
own.
gross.
I could eat shrimp like that. I personally don't like cold seafood.
Oh,
like
dude.
that's some people's thing, but I personally am all set with that.
Yeah, but
I
it's
made
not even
myself.
cold. It's lukewarm because
I
it's
made
been
my-
in his pockets.
No, no, it wasn't in his
That's
pockets.
right.
No.
That lint
It
coming
was
off
in
of
his
it.
no. It was in his pants. Like in his fucking
All right.
pants.
This
You
dude
know-
stuffed it
you
by his
remember-
balls.
Yeah.
Oh
That's what
my
I mean.
god. Yo, I'm all set.
McGuire
set.
always used to tell us, like the gym teacher used to tell us, like whenever you're cold outside, like put your hands in your pants because that's the warmest spot on your body.
No, it's your armpits.
It's your armpits and your balls.
All right, your balls too.
Yeah,
Your balls
100%.
are regulated too.
100%.
Yeah, but what looks better?
Hey,
I mean, are you trying
What
to be
looks
warm or
better?
not? Are
What
you
looks
trying
better?
to be
Your
warm or not?
armpits. Your armpits, 100%. Because then your balls are gonna.
what
balls
works
are
better?
gonna.
though? What works
And your
better?
balls are gonna get cold.
I don't know how. I don't know how we start talking about putting your hands by your balls.
Yeah, but that's how it goes.
That's how it
That's how
goes.
it-
The fu-
That's how it goes.
that's how you keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. This thing's a little fucking raggedy. Look at this thing.
It's a
Dude,
little
that
floppy.
lamp has been like I don't know how I still have it. That's like a 12-year-old lamp
It's like one of those
with like
flappy guys
only
that's
the
outside
second
Yeah.
car dealerships.
wacky inflatable inflatable
Yeah.
tube, man.
Look at that sucker. And that's why it's not never gonna break. Look, you can't break it.
That thing
I
would
thought
be
it was gonna fall right there.
perfect in an earthquake.
Steve, I have a question for you.
What? What?
Que pasa?
Is the UFC rigged?
No, absolutely not. This is open mic radio, bro. This is open
Mhm.
mic.
So I want to say no, but
Well, we already talked about
the
it.
Patty fight looks real bad. That's all I'm gonna say. Patty
I
fight
would
looks-
argue that the
real.
Patty fight isn't even the worst instance of being rigged. I think the main event is even worse for the UFC
Yes.
looking rigged.
Finally,
The
me and Zach agree.
The
Let's
fact
go.
that 3 hours, like 3 or 4 hours after the main event ended, that they had announced Jamal Hill versus Teixeira for the championship in the next pay-per-view looks real bad. Looks real bad.
Dana's crying.
It's awful.
It looks real bad.
I can't believe it was a draw, dude.
I can't believe it was a draw
I
either.
rewatched the fight. I'm not mad at the draw. I'm actually not mad at the draw.
It's
I
not
even
terrible.
said that during when
Yeah,
we were watching.
I
it
can't
live.
believe it was a draw, though. No,
But yeah,
I know.
I
I
can't
can't
either.
believe. I can't
I-
believe it was a draw, but
Right.
I can't believe.
So
Dude,
can somebody
we
explain
were
what's
literally
really
draw.
quick though?
Yeah.
So I went back to the scorecards and I added them all up, and I thought that Ankalaev was up by a point.
Mhm.
So why did they still make it?
So here's what happened. The judges, there was one judge that had it 49-48 Ankalaev, which means that, or 48-47 Ankalaev.
Yep.
So he gave Ankalaev 3 rounds, gave Blackwitch 2. There was one judge that gave Blackwitch 3 rounds, Ankalaev 2. So it was 48-47 Blackwitch. And then the last judge gave 3 rounds to Blackwitch, and then gave the 4th round to Ankalaev, and the 5th round a 10-8 to Ankalaev.
And that's what did it.
Meaning it's 48-48. So 2 for one person for each fighter, and then 1 draw. That's a majority draw.
Yeah.
Like if all 3 judges had scored the fight, the 5th round 10-8 and gave Blackwitch the first 3 rounds, it is a unanimous draw. But because there's only one judge that had a draw and the other people had one guy each, if there is 2 judges that have one fighter winning, say both judges had Ankalaev winning, and the 3rd judge had a draw. That's a split decision for the person that got voted for 2. So because there was 2,
Makes sense.
that's all it is. So the 10-8 round in the last round for Ankalaev Blackwitch, that was the reason that there was a draw. Fucking Sal D'Amato, the motherfucker, the Nevada State Athletic Commission's only judge that people fucking know. It's the only name that people know of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Sal D'Amato. Always the most controversial judge. He's the one that gave him the draw. He's also the only judge that gave Patty 3 rounds. Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right. I saw something else, but there was unanimous for
Patty Pimblet won the
29-28.
fight. Patty Pimblet won the fight.
Yeah, I disagree. But you
I-
totally
I-
have a point for it.
No, he lost.
That
Lost.
Here's what I would have
fight.
to say about
Won that fight.
here's what I have to say about
I
He may have
I
paid
got receipts, but he lost that
Before
fight. I got
you give me your stats.
I got the receipts, and I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go for it.
I gotta find them. Go ahead.
Before you do that,
But I do have them.
know this. Before you give me the fact that he had more strikes landed and Jared Gordon didn't do ground control, whatever. Know that the judges
I'm just gonna repeat
Don't
what I posted.
get the stats until after they score the fight. They don't know who had more total strikes. They don't know who had more ground control time. They don't know that until after the fight. So it's a fucking eyeball test. And you can say whatever you want because I thought it was a close fight. I was one of the first proponents at the end of the fight saying, me and Austin were both like, listen, bro, if they gave it to fucking Sean O'Malley, they could totally give this to Patty Pimblet.
Oh,
You
dude,
were-
I was screaming.
We were
say
saying that.
You did both say that.
We were saying
You
that.
definitely did.
But
I was
we're
screaming.
lying.
Screaming.
We're lying to ourselves if we don't say that at the end of the 3rd round, we thought Jared Gordon won that fight.
I had no faith at all. I
You
was
had-
ready to
you were
rip
the
up.
only one. You made the most money.
I
on
did the
pay-per-view.
most
Good for you.
money on that pay-per-view, and I wanted
And Patty
to.
Pimblet was on all of your tickets, and you were like
I was like,
head in your hood,
I
like,
was
not
ready
saying
to-
shit, pissed off.
I was done. I was like, this is awful. and I won. I can't believe it.
Damn right.
Yeah, you,
Stand by that. He won that fight. I can't.
But you know,
and before we get into this too, oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna. We can,
I
just talk
found the
about Paddy
scorecard.
Pimblett.
You want to hear the scorecard for the fight?
It's 29-28 unanimous.
all three,
Oh yeah, I'll fake.
which is terrible.
Hey,
At
nah.
least give Gordon
Yeah, I know.
one.
The
One.
unanimous.
The unanimous?
The unanimous is
no
bullshit, dude. The unanimous
way.
is bullshit.
No way.
Unanimous
No way.
The unanimous is definitely bullshit.
Do you
I'm
have the
sorry.
scorecards like actually physical, the scorecards, so we can see
Yes.
what judges gave what rounds?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, well, I already went past it. So, Pimblett versus Gordon. 63 significant strikes landed for Pimblett. I should just call him Patty. Sounds like fucking Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. 63 significant strikes, Gordon 58. Total strikes. Patty 97. Gordon 100. Control time 35 to 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Now it sounds bad. It sounds bad on paper, but if you watch that fight and you go back and you watch it after, he did nothing on the ground the entire time.
But neither did
And
Patty.
the whole control time that he had was against the cage
But neither did
in the
Patty,
last
though.
3 minutes.
I think those stats show basically what the fight was like.
Mind
He
you, though,
shoulda
the
showed-
UFC doesn't get those stats until after the
shoulda
fight.
won
Yeah.
a round.
Judges.
He should have won a round. I'm gonna definitely say that.
Oh, he won a round.
Gordon should have won.
He
a
won a
round.
round.
Gordon
They all
won a
gave
round.
they all gave him one round.
He did win a round.
Yeah, 29-28 means Patty had 2, Gordon had 1. They just all had Gordon only winning 1 round. All of them. If it would have been a split decision, they like one judge gave it 29-28 Gordon and the rest
That
gave it
would've been
29-28
fine.
Pimblett, I'd be like,
Yeah, maybe
It's a
split.
little
Yeah,
It should have been a
okay.
split. It should have been
It's
a
a
split.
little
I
bit
didn't-
more believable.
all right, no, they did give him a round.
Like
You-
unanimous.
They did give him a round.
unanimous decision doesn't mean Patty won all.
I kind of believe them. If they gave him a round,
I
Patty,
was saying,
Patty won the first round.
I was saying like
I don't know if Patty won the
it
first round.
makes sense.
He got rocked.
I can't remember the fight. I don't know if it was the first or second round that he lost. or
No,
won.
the first round he came out, he looked strong, and then all of a sudden
He got popped and he was being
Ripped
super.
him with the left and like after that he did not want to
Gordon
get
was
hit with
by
the power.
far the aggressor.
He was
for
by
almost
far
the
the
entire
aggressor, and he by far had the heavier hands. He was hurting Patty. I believe it totally.
The only thing that I would give Patty the edge for is that he had more significant strikes. And it was 5 more.
I know it's not
Yeah,
by
he-
very much. It's very close.
It's very close, but again,
So let me
in
ask
the,
you this.
amount of in the amount of time that Patty had to be more aggressive. If he has fucking control time,
You saying Gordon?
yeah. And if Gordon has control time and he's doing nothing, and Patty gets up with no damage, I think that's more impressive than a takedown.
I would disagree.
So in the 6 minutes of control time that Gordon had, Patty had more significant strikes and almost the same amount of.
Well, you can't have
strikes landed.
significant strikes in control.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But you have control of the time.
He had
Patty
more.
can't get
He had
strikes.
more
Patty can't
total
get-
strikes.
Yeah, but Patty can't get him either.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I don't
but
know. If it,
I hear what you're
I don't
saying.
know.
I agree with you. This has come to it. We've talked about this topic over the last couple podcasts a lot of the fact that if you have control time, what do you do with it? And if you don't do anything with it, it's not really in your game.
but we all
That's
agree,
part of it. I completely agree.
but you guys do agree that Patty won the fight if you think it was split. You think Patty won by split?
I
So
would have
it's like-
given it
so-
29-28 Gordon.
I don't. I if
I
I
think
was
Patty
doing
won-
a
well, you
fight,
didn't.
I
Patty won
probably
the
would've
second
won.
round.
Okay, well, okay. At first you didn't. So you got first. So
I still don't. I still don't think Patty should have won. I think Patty should have lost.
I
still
would give
think-
Patty
still
the
think
second
he
round.
won. I still think he won.
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
Patty round 2.
It's totally fine because it's a close fight.
I think round 3 is a toss up, and I think round
He
1
won round
could've-
3.
I think
I
that
I don't even know.
I
Let's see
think
what
that
the
if Patty
judges think.
Pimblett had never, I think if Patty Pimblett wasn't a fucking poster boy for the UFC, he would have
He was
lost that
not
fight.
getting that fight.
There is some polls I want to go over too
Mhm.
that we did that went.
There's a couple things I want to talk about because there's a lot more fights on this card that we can talk about. I say that the UFC looks, but you could make an argument. I think me and you are very close on the same side. And we would have to agree that like there's easily an argument to be made that Patty won the fight.
Definitely.
We can disagree with the result all we want,
Yeah.
but you can easily be like, yeah, I get it.
Mhm.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, you ready? So Sal Diamato, not on the card. Did not was not a judge.
No,
It's Doug
not all the
Crosby.
same judges. Like he judged the main event, he didn't judge the co-main event. They don't have the same judges for all the fights.
Okay. So he wasn't on the Patty fight.
Got it.
It was Doug Crosby, Chris Lee, and Ron McCarthy.
Okay.
Doug Crosby had Gordon 10-9, third round.
Mhm.
Chris Lee had Patty Pimblett 10-9 in the third round. And Ron McCarthy had Gordon 10-9 in the third round.
Mhm.
So Gordon won the third round.
Right.
And they all had.
Whoa, really? That shocks me. If Gordon won the third round, I would say Patty won the second
So
round.
here, hang on.
But I think Gordon. Okay, sorry.
The second round. First judge, 10-9, Patty. Chris Lee, 10-9, Patty. And Ron McCarthy, 10-9, Patty.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Patty won the second round.
Okay. Doug Crosby, 10-9, Patty. Chris Lee, 9-10. Jared Gordon.
And that's
And then
round
Ron
one.
McCarthy, 10-9,
That's round one.
Patty.
That's round one.
So two judges
And Ron
gave
McCarthy,
the first
10-9,
round.
Patty Pimblett.
Two judges gave Patty the first round. That's the round that we would have to go back and
No,
watch.
one judge gave Patty the first round.
No, it had to have been two.
No, just one. Doug Crosby, 10-9. Chris Lee, 9-10. Ron McCarthy, 10-9. So Patty won the first round.
So two judges gave Patty the first round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what we were
okay.
saying.
Yeah. That's the one that I personally would disagree.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
I think that Gordon won. It's a close fight. It's really fucking close, no matter how you say it.
Well, it's curious. It's interesting
I
because the judge that didn't give Patty, that gave Patty the third round, didn't give Patty the first round.
And see,
I'm
that's
just saying
I would have thought that
that's the big changer right there.
I think the third round is closer than the first round, in my opinion. And I think that I would have thought that all three judges gave the second round to Patty. That totally makes sense to me. Completely agree. I would have thought that two judges would have gave Patty the third round, and one judge would have gave Gordon the third. That's just what I would have guessed. I wouldn't have guessed that it would be first round. That's kind of crazy to me. I mean, I don't really feel any different about the fight. Like I said, let's be honest here, right? Like, is the UFC rigged? A little bit. It is a little
Not
bit.
after those
It is
not
a
after
little
those
bit.
scorecards, dude.
No. And you don't even have to say
It's
it in
the
this fight.
same judge though. It's not even like
You don't
it's-
have to even say with this fight, but the UFC's it's a little rigged. Like there's some things going on in the back room that we don't know about.
There's some
100%.
controversy
There's some
coming
shit
out of
that
the
we don't know.
woodwork that is
For sure.
definitely
Am I mad about it? Not really. But
it's
like
starting the pod. That's all I
What
got.
is the controversy? What is it?
I'm sure that
know.
there's just some shit going on backstage in the UFC that
Well, I've said this from the beginning. But I don't think not in this fight, dude. I just don't buy it. Not in this fight. This fight was. Listen, it's that one judge. If Chris Lee just scores it different, it's a split decision.
well, if any of right. If any
It's
of them
Chris
scored-
Lee. It's not even the other.
Well, they
I
all
think-
scored at 29-28. So if any of them scored.
Yeah, but two judges scored the exact same. And one judge flip-flopped on rounds 1 and 3.
That
Yeah,
just goes to
yeah.
show how close the fight is.
Yeah.
Right.
But if two judges both have Patty winning 10-9, regardless of the other fight, regardless of the other judge, it kind of says it right there too. So yeah, maybe it is a unanimous win.
Oh, it is unanimous.
Oh, it is unanimous.
Correct. You're just saying
But I'm
maybe
saying
it
to
is
your guys
deserving
is
to it.
what you guys are predicting.
Right.
Yeah, maybe it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back and watch it. It was. I was one saying that like they're probably gonna give it to him. The fucking Sean O'Malley influence is gonna be on Patty Pimblett. I'm not mad at it.
Flabbergasted.
All I could say, you certainly propose a good argument there. These guys are more qualified to fucking judge fights than we are at the end of the day. But all of us thought that Gordon won that fight at the end of the third round. We just had enough sense in us to be like, I could see it being close, and if it's close, I could see it given to Patty.
I know it's crazy. Want to know what Patty's number was going into the final round? They showed it when the fight was.
Was he
starting.
like plus 120 or something?
Plus 100.
Yeah.
See, that's stupid. I should have hammered the bag on him over at the casino. We should have watched that fight over at the casino.
You can't
I know,
live bet at the casino.
That's awful.
Did you guys see Chris Lee and Ron McCarthy wearing the Patty wigs during the fight? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy,
Dave Portnoy
Cat.
and Big Cat.
Yeah, they were all doing it.
I saw Dana
I think
White
they were selling. They were like part of selling.
in the
I got
an
another.
Instagram video.
Was he wearing it?
He was like during the judging, he was like right in front of Dave and Big Cat, and he was just like reassuring them that Patty won. Like it's
Right.
all good. Like you could tell that Dave and Big Cat put the bag on Patty, and they were clenched.
Oh, they
So I got a question for you guys because this particular topic has
Get
been
some
trending on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, I got some polls that I want to go over. So after
With
with just Patty, that are just Patty polls.
Patty polls. I like
Patty
that.
poll. Oh yeah.
Top 15 guys in lightweight that Patty Pimblett would beat.
I don't think there's many.
Does he beat Tony Ferguson?
Yes,
You think so?
I do.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I think Tony Ferguson beats Patty. I don't know, man. I think he fucking. Here's one of my biggest questions of this fucking thing.
What is Tony ranked?
Tony's 15.
Oh
Tony's
my
like 15 in
God.
the lightweight division. Conor McGregor just got dropped out of the UFC rankings, by the way.
Yep.
Patty Pimblett. What style of fighter is Patty Pimblett? He's jiu-jitsu. He's a jiu-jitsu fighter. He has submissions. He has a lot of submissions.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
And he takes people to the ground. He submits them. Right, Garth? I'm talking to Patty. He's a
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu fighter.
Yep.
So, like, where was his ground game in this fight? That's what kind of got me thinking. Like,
That's what kind of got me thinking too.
I'm like,
didn't
he
even
didn't
really
go for a
attempt.
takedown. When he did get taken down, he didn't go for anything.
He
You
had
know?
one
He needs
time
more
where he
of
went
that.
for a choke. He had one choke in the
Yeah,
fight.
he did
Yeah,
actually.
And that's it.
But he had it. But it was
But
a
that
poor
was awful.
position.
That
It was
awful.
poor
Joe
position.
Rogan said
It
something.
was tight, but it didn't work.
Joe Rogan said like that's how much faith he has in his grip because he has
Yeah.
really strong grip because he was out of position. He still tried to lock it in. You
Mhm.
could say that, or you could say he went for a desperation choke and didn't have it cinched in and then had to give it up.
Yeah.
You know, both are probably equally true. But like, this makes me think because Jared Gordon is not the greatest wrestler and jiu-jitsu artist in the world. You know what I mean? He's average.
Yeah,
He's good. He's average.
average.
So like when you put Patty up against a guy with average stand-up like Jared Gordon has and great jiu-jitsu, like Patty's fucking done.
True.
He still has a lot of time to improve. Patty Pimblett's 28 years old. 27, 28 years old. It's a lot of time to improve. He's going to get better.
He ain't getting the belt. I can tell you that much.
This fight, I feel bad for Patty because he's still on a hype train. I think he can still get better. His hype train. I've never seen a hype train get so slowed down by a win before.
Mm.
Never seen it.
So I put like we were talking about who he should face next, and
Mhm.
like Taporia's calling him out. Patty doesn't like Taporia. We did a poll. We did Ilya Taporia or Patty Pimblett. How will they win? 192 votes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw this.
Ilya Taporia by KO. 92%. 92%.
Meaning like 77 of the 4 votes said Taporia by knockout.
2% decision,
Yep.
2% Patty Pimblett decision, and 4% Patty Pimblett submission. That is crazy.
He's not winning that fight.
No.
Can we talk about Taporia? Do you have more polls on Patty? Because there's like 3 more fights that I really want to get into.
I would
on
love
this
to talk
card.
about Sporia because that.
I want to talk about
that guy's
Taporia.
beast.
I want to talk about Darren Till. What happens with Darren Till? And I want to talk about Paul Rosas Jr.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you have more polls?
No, go
I don't
ahead.
want to cut you off.
go
No,
ahead.
if you do, like we're still talking about Patty. I'm just saying.
No, go ahead.
All right, Taporia,
Savage.
dude.
Savage.
I have been on this guy's dick
Savage.
for a year and a half now because he was one of the youngest fighters in the UFC when I first watched him during COVID in the Apex when there was no fans. And he choked someone out This guy was 23 years old. I'm like, dude, this guy could be the next fucking champ. 2 wins later, he got one of the knockouts of the year this year against Jay Herbert, which make sure you guys check out our Twitter at @complete_MMA and follow us on our YouTube because we're going to be doing our end of the year superlative show December 28th. You guys won't want to miss that. And we're going to be putting articles out. At @complete_MMA for you guys. Make sure that you guys check out our Twitter because that's where you're going to be following most of our content. That's where we're going to be posting our end of the year awards results. And we're also going to be doing it on our podcast and Twitter space December 28th. I thought that Topuria Mitchell would be a fucking war. I thought that was going to be such a close fight. And Topuria fucked him up.
Yeah.
He
said he had the flu.
Impressively.
He did. He said
the
it.
Bryce said he had the flu?
Yeah.
Well, that would suck if that's what happened. That would definitely cause him because it looked like he might have gotten gassed a little bit.
Does it really change the fight though?
If he had the flu, I think it does change the fight. The thing is, Mitchell was going for takedowns, getting stuffed. He got one takedown at the end of the round, but it was.
Yeah, he said he was gassed.
Yeah.
If
it was because he's gassed because he had the flu, that makes sense. But like, hey, you decided to come in.
I'm
gonna
pick him in his next fight, regardless of who.
And Mitchell has a chin because he was taking a lot of big shots.
He was getting pummeled, bro. He was getting pummeled. That was rough.
Yeah.
Dude, Topuria looked fucking elite in that fight. He looked elite. He looked like a top 10 fighter.
Side control, takedown, defense.
He got him with submission, right? Did he get him
did.
like
He choked with an arm and neck choke, I think.
Was it an arm triangle? Yeah.
In the second round.
And I was not expecting a submission. I was expecting a fucking knockout.
And Mitchell hit him a couple of times too.
Yeah, Mitchell did
he tagged
well.
him a couple of times.
Topuria, 24 years old, just beat an undefeated Bryce Mitchell on the ground where Bryce Mitchell is at his strongest.
Yeah.
What's next for Topuria? I'm thinking like a top 5 fight. I really am. Because he just beat number 9 Bryce Mitchell. I think he takes number 9 or number 10. I don't know his exact ranking.
Yeah.
Who's the champ?
Yeah, he's got a little his 100%. And featherweight division's full of fucking killers, right?
I think the only way you can beat Volk though is by not. I think he has the power.
You think the only way to beat Volk is knockout, or the only way Topuria beats Volk is knockout?
I think.
Well,
Makachev. Well, that's a different
Makachev could
division.
submit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different division. That's right.
All right. So Topuria is now number 9. You got Chikadze, Qatar, and Korean Zombie. I think.
He fights Zombie, yeah.
I think he
Josh
beats
Emmett?
all of them. I think he beats all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
He definitely beats Korean Zombie. Alvin Qatar is a really good fight. But I'm
that
just
one's number 4, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Him and Josh Emmett need to fight then.
Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez.
Josh Emmett kind of what everyone thought he lost that fight.
Yeah, exactly. Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez for the interim featherweight title is the co-main event of Volkanovski Makachev. In a fight that I think Yair Rodriguez fucking wins. I don't think it's really even that close.
No.
What's weird for me, Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett doesn't seem to me to be ready for this title shot. Like he had a split decision win over Qatar that everybody thought Qatar should have won. And then he gets put in a fight with Yair Rodriguez. When you got Arnold Allen, who in my opinion, Arnold Allen is much more deserving. He's on a 7-fight win streak or 8-fight win streak or something.
And is a beast.
Beast.
Is a beast.
And I think it's because I'm praying, fingers crossed, that we're looking somewhat in the future to a fight night main event of Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Banger alert. Banger alert. I'm just saying that would be a fucking banger. I hope that happens.
Who wins that? Allen.
Max, man. I think Max
You
wins.
think Max
I really
wins
do.
it? You think he keeps
Listen,
his
man.
spot?
Listen, man. It's nothing against Arnold Allen because he's really good. But Max Holloway is easily, in my opinion, the second best featherweight in the world. And the fact that he's lost to Volkanovski 3 times just shows how fucking good Volkanovski is. It's not that Holloway's bad because Holloway's amazing. He is just...
Yeah, but he's been at the top for so long. It's like, when is that cliff going to end?
So the
and I
thing
feel
is
like
for
it's
me-
got to be... I think he does beat Rodriguez, but I don't hear Rodriguez like kicks.
Oh, Rodriguez just lost to Max Holloway this year. Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
It was actually one of the fight
What about
years.
Arnold Allen?
Oh,
Arnold
Arnold Allen.
Max
Oh,
Holloway.
Arnold Allen.
I think Arnold Allen wins because I think Max Holloway has a tough time with the heavy hands. I think Poirier faced him
Yeah.
a while at featherweight.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And the question is, like, who does Arnold Allen fight next
Might
so
take
that
the
he can
dog
keep
in that
winning?
fight.
So he can keep winning. Who does Arnold Allen fight next? Because he beat Calvin Kattar. Because Calvin Kattar got hurt. You don't want to fight Giga Chikadze because Chikadze's lost his last fight or two. Korean Zombie's like basically on his way out of the division. That's nothing. So Topuria versus Arnold Allen. Anybody? That's a fight I'm interested in.
I mean, I would be interested in that too.
That's a really interesting fight to me.
I think that could be it too. I was gonna say that.
Arnold Allen has almost as nice of a mustache as I do, by the way. I just want to.
I don't know who wins that fight, honestly.
Chikadze.
I need to see
that.
Chikadze
Dude,
versus
Qatar
Qatar.
has just fucking dropped off.
Chikadze versus Qatar would be good. I would...
Qatar had one of the fights of the year too this year. He had the first main event of the year against Giga Chikadze. When Giga Chikadze was undefeated and we all thought Chikadze was going to win, Qatar pieced him the fuck up.
Mm. Yeah,
And that was a comeback fight too. He got
Mhm.
fucked up in Max
fucked
Holloway
us over
before,
good
didn't
on
he?
that one.
Was that
Yes,
the comeback
it was
after?
it was the one right
That's
after.
crazy.
Holloway.
Not a lot of fighters do that after getting fucked up.
Yeah, we
pretty
want to
bad.
talk about Calvin Qatar, man. He had a rough 2021.
Yeah, he did.
That man took a lot of shots against Max
He took
Yeah,
a
Holloway.
like
lot
if
of
we,
beating.
And he didn't get knocked out.
yeah, I like how you said
That's where he was like, I am best boxer in UFC.
That's when I was like, okay, fucking Max Holloway's cracked.
That's
Like this dude's on another fucking level.
the great performance, like the greatest progressing fighter of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one that I really want. I've been taking
yeah,
some
we
time to
should
look
do
at
the
that.
regret the most
The most regressed fighter of the year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down with that.
yeah. I know it's kind of like
you have any shouts for it? Or are you like do you
no,
have anybody in
it
mind?
just came to my head just right now. No, I don't. I just like that idea. I don't know who.
Most
I have no-
regressed?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
regressed fight of the year.
Derek Lewis.
Ooh, that's a really good shout.
Mm.
That's a great shout. Tony Ferguson's up there.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh,
Tony's close. Tony's pretty close.
Jorge Masvidal's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. He lost to Colby.
He's on a 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah, Colby and Leon, right?
To Usman and Colby. That's it.
Oh, Usman.
Still never fought Colby. Daniel Cormier, by the way, that he wants Bilal to fight for the title if Usman's out. Did you see that? Cormier came out on his podcast and said that if Usman can't, which by the way, now
but they're
DC
friends,
is talking
dude.
about it.
They're friends.
Right. That's a good point. That is a great point. No, well, DC trains at AKA, or he used to. I don't know if he still does. And Khabib was a long-time member of AKA, and now Bilal's with Khabib. So I don't know if Bilal and DC are friends. I'm sure that they're acquaintances, if not friends. So yeah, that's a good point. Anyway. What were we talking about right before this? Oh, regressed and progressed fighters.
The most regressed fighter.
Most regressed fighter. I think Derek Lewis is a really good shout. It's tough to say that because Derek Lewis regression started last year too. Because the loss to Cyril Gane was bad last year. And then he lost twice this year, I think.
TJ Dillashaw, maybe.
And Pavlovich, right?
I don't think you can
No.
say Dillashaw. He only lost
No.
one fight.
I'm just thinking names. Piotr Jan.
Oh,
Piotr Jan's a
that's
good
a good
one.
one.
Piotr Jan's a really good one. Dominic Reyes.
That's another really good one.
That's a good one.
But he's only had one fight.
That's a bad loss.
That's a really bad.
It's why is this girl charged with murder?
Damn, I ain't going to that Hooters.
When's the last time you went to a Hooters?
I've never been.
No?
Never been to Hooters?
Whole
All
life.
right.
My
right.
mom just
On the
my-
you go there for the girls, right? Hot girls. They have
Yeah, I think
really
that's why
good
she didn't
wings.
like it.
They have really good
Both of you have really good
wings
wings.
all the time. You know, like it's a fucking guy's restaurant. It's great wings, girls with no clothes on in sports. Like it's
In sports.
right.
Yeah, there's better.
Oh, 100%. It's like right. It's like
It can always be better.
less
There's always
quality.
room for
Yeah, there's
improvement,
better-
but-
it's a less
not there. I'm
quality.
just saying. Oh yeah, definitely there. But I'm just saying, in general, like a restaurant, there's definitely better options.
Yeah.
Of course there is.
I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't give a fuck.
It's a less
I don't
quality.
give a
but
fuck about
B
those
wings
Hooter
is
girls.
just
I don't care. Hooters.
I don't know how this got brought up either.
You? that
Did I
that,
bring
that
up-
girl
oh yeah,
murdered
the girl that got charged with
You?
murder. Right.
Ferguson, Reyes,
Monkey
Masvidal.
doll.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Any champions that haven't done well? Not really.
No.
No.
Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland
It's a shout.
regressed this year, but I wouldn't put him on the short list for most regressed, I don't think.
Has he won this year?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. He beat Alex Oliveira this year. He beat Alex Oliveira on the
Oh.
same card as Kamaya Burns,
Yeah.
273.
Oh yeah.
That was a banger.
How about Rose Namajunas?
Yeah. Girls, yeah.
Regressed. Yeah.
Right? She had the worst title fight in fucking UFC history.
Can you put most improved fucking Pena up there? Beat
Well, that
Amanda
Pena
Nunes?
fight happened last year.
That was last year.
Yeah.
She won in the
Wow.
last pay-per-view of last year. She won the
The
title.
Yeah.
last one. Oh
Mhm.
wow. So like a year ago.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
That was Oliveira versus Poirier, 269, I think it was.
269.
269.
Mm.
Who else?
And then I'm not going to put anybody that retired this year. You know what I mean? Like Joanna Jędrzejczyk fucking regressed, but she had one fight and retired.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do like best people that retired.
TJ. It's TJ. Joanna's up there. Marlon Moraes is up there. There wasn't a whole lot of retirings this year.
No.
No.
Nah, it's TJ though. TJ's
Oh, Marlon Moraes.
Yeah.
He banged.
he absolutely did, but he
Yeah.
in the back half of his career was not great.
No. No, he was Was he champion? Marlon Moraes?
Yeah, he was champion. He was like the second ever bantamweight champion in the UFC, and he didn't have a title defense. As soon as he got it, he lost it to Henry Cejudo, and then Cejudo fucking dropped the belt. Yeah. I want to throw this name out there, and you can agree or disagree. But this guy, mind you, went 0 for 2.
Disagree.
He went for 0 for 2 this year.
Disagree. No, I'm joking.
Tai Tuivasa.
You know,
I think it's close. I mean,
He
I
had a
think
great fight with Cyril Gane in a fight that I thought
He didn't
Gane would
regress.
pick him apart.
he didn't
Yeah.
regress. He
But
almost knocked Shogun
And that's
out.
why I'm saying, like,
He had a bad fight.
dude, that was just so fucking quick. Pavlovich has fucking hands
Oh
of
yeah, well,
steel,
that
bro.
guy's a different.
I
fucking-
need to see Pavlovich versus Ngannou.
Pavlovich versus Jones.
I need to see.
I need to
I think
see
Jones.
Pavlovich
I think
versus-
Jones
I want to see him versus
rips that guy
Gane.
apart.
I want to see him versus Gane. I want to see how he does.
And
Right.
that's the test.
John
Pavlovich
Jones
versus Gane.
No, John Jones versus Gane.
Ngannou's
Let me
face
see
is-
that.
Yeah,
John
Jones
Jones
and
is-
Ngannou is gonna happen.
Let me see that.
Give me
Just let me
Pavlovich
see
versus
it.
Gane as well.
After.
Yes. I'll put that on the same card.
Oh,
Ngannou's first
whole
fight
main-
after
main
Gun-
event.
First fight after Jones is Pavlovich.
Well, I think that you should have Gane versus Miocic, and the winner of that fights the winner of Jones versus Ngannou, i.e., John Jones.
Cyril Gane, dude.
Cyril Gane versus John
Dude,
Jones.
Stipe's got to step up. If he wants to get paid,
Stipe's gonna be out. Stipe's got to retire. Like this
Oh,
guy's
he
got
better
to
get out while he's
He's
still
in
can,
the-
or he's
he's-
getting knocked the fuck
he's with
out.
these young guns now.
Right, exactly. And then
And
you know
yeah,
what's
John's
crazy?
kind of young.
They're not even young. They're not even young.
They're experienced.
Jones is 35, Ngannou's 38, Pavlovich is 36, Gane's 33, I think.
dude.
He's 32, 33.
Dude, Jones is
But
going to
heavyweights,
mop this
but
guy.
heavyweights can stay longer.
John Jones.
Heavyweights are
Yeah.
often like 40-year-olds in the heavyweight division and shit like that.
John Jones is gonna fuck up Francis Ngannou. He's gonna win.
He's gonna win. I don't know about fucking him.
Oh, he's gonna fuck him up. You guys are gonna be so surprised.
It's
You're
gonna
like,
be
wow,
a
that was
war.
fucking easy.
No, it's gonna be a
You're
war.
gonna look at this fight and be like, Wow, that's all it took.
I think there's going to be some
Was
scary
it-
moments. I think there's going to be some scary
He's going
moments.
to take him down to the ground, and he's going to fuck him up in the first round.
And I think that
so easily that no one's even gonna. They're gonna blink and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, he's on the ground. Oh shit, he's elbowing him. Oh shit, he's breaking his arm. Oh, stopped."
I think that there will be some points that Ngannou touches Jones and Jones backs away, or Jones like actually kind of gets rocked and he like kind of has to set himself. I think that there will be some times that Ngannou actually. And listen, Ngannou's wrestling, it's nowhere near fucking John Jones, but it's decent enough. He's going to be able to stuff a takedown from John Jones.
I think he's just going to he's going to go for that knockout punch. He's going to be so off balance. John's going to be like, he's just going to stick out his left pinky toe.
The UFC, not the them, but someone that is like a top UFC media guy on Twitter. I can't remember who it was. They ran a poll that got like 5,000 votes. Ngannou or Jones, and 60% said Ngannou.
I love it.
Love it.
Bro.
Fucking love it.
Give me the number. Give me the plus 155.
Give me John Jones plus
I'm
anything.
putting the most amount of money I ever put down on a bet on it. Dude, the hype for knockouts in the UFC though, it's crazy. I would always fade the knockout. Honestly.
I don't know. Lately,
I would always fade the knockout.
I don't understand people that think Ngannou. Here's my thing. Ngannou just fought the closest thing we have to a heavyweight John Jones, which is Cyril Gane. Literally just fought him in his last fight. Ngannou barely won, and it was because he out-wrestled Cyril Gane, who's not a wrestler. He's a striker. And he's not fucking out-wrestling John Jones. So, like, where do you think it's going to... If he can't knock out Gane, you think he's going to knock out Jones?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Probably he's not knocking out John Jones, dude. He's not doing
The only thing I can think of is the fact that Ngannou is going to be much healthier going into the Jones fight.
He knocked out a washed-up Overeem.
Well, he's knocked out a lot more than that.
No, but I'm just saying that's the one that stands out the most. People.
Well, he knocked out Stipe. He knocked out Rosenstrike.
Stipe was a good
knocked
one.
out who else? Curtis Blades twice. Poor Curtis Blades, man. Poor Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades is such a great fucking fighter. He has submissions, decisions, and knockouts. He's an amazing wrestler, and his only losses are to the best knockout artists in UFC history.
Dude,
Derek
Curtis
Lewis and
Blades
Francis Ngannou.
would be old, dude. He's
Curtis Blades versus John Jones.
It's
is
a
super
really
interesting
good fight, dude. It's a really good fight. It's more.
But
really
John Jones knocks out Curtis Blades.
Oh, absolutely.
I really think so.
Absolutely. That dude is not losing. I don't care. You can put a fucking gorilla in there in that bitch.
Here's my thing. I wouldn't
bet
closest
on him.
fight
Sprinkle.
for John Jones. The closest fight for John Jones is Cyril Gane. I really think because you saw John Jones against these light heavyweight motherfuckers that came up in the back half of John Jones' career. Dominic Reyes, who we've seen what the fuck happened to him. Dominic Reyes put up a great fight. Thiago Santos was the closest person to beating John Jones. Split decision win. Only split decision win of John Jones' career.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Gustafsson fight was a lot earlier. But the point I'm trying to make here is these taller guys that are quick, move, and are all-around fighters, they're how you beat John Jones. You don't need a specialist. You don't need someone who's going to either like the jiu-jitsu master like Teixeira, who got completely fucked up by John Jones, or this knockout artist like Anthony Rumble Johnson, who got out-wrestled by John Jones. Like, if you have a strength, John Jones will go after the opposite, and you'll be fucked.
Yeah.
Which is what's going to happen to Ngannou. Ngannou's a striker. He's going to get out-wrestled by Jones.
Thing is...
Like, it's going to happen. So Cyril Gane, who can do kind of everything, he's not the greatest wrestler, but he can kind of do everything. And he's one of these guys that will point strike you, and he'll stay away from you. You know, kick your legs. That's the kind of shit you need to fight John Jones. You don't need a guy that's going to throw haymakers. You don't need a guy that's going to go for Imanari rolls and fucking chokes every 10 seconds. You need a guy who can do everything. Cyril Gane is the only person that could beat John Jones in the heavyweight division in my mind, and it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? He's the closest fight. He's the closest fight.
All that
and it's really not that close.
All that build up for it's not going to happen.
Nope.
It's just not happening.
Well,
I don't care.
Take it with a grain of salt because I am the biggest dick rider of John Jones.
Yeah, but it's not happening.
What's not happening?
John Jones losing.
Right.
It's just not happening.
Unless Francis just throws a fucking overhand that connects, man.
It's not happening. I don't think he knocks him out.
I will cry.
I'm telling you,
eyes out.
John can't I don't think anybody can stay awake with one of those overhands.
No one can. If he catches you flush on the chin,
You're done.
you're done.
Yeah, I just think John Jones is so smart.
I don't think he gets hit with it, but if he does, we'll be seeing.
Who are you betting on?
We'll be seeing. Who am I? I'll be betting on fucking John Jones. But I'm not.
I think we should start talking.
Three.
I think we should start talking about Francis Ngannou. So the powers that be that watch this podcast and set the odds to what we think. We'll set it to.
Oh my
Ngannou.
God, it's getting even better.
No, this is what it was last time.
No, it was plus
This is what
155, plus 160.
Nah, this is what it was last time. It was plus 180 for Jones.
There was
Plus 180 for John Jones, Steve.
Dude,
Plus 180 for
because
John
a guy-
fucking
That's
Jones.
because-
all
the
because
bag,
of a guy
like,
knocks out people and can't even knock out Cyril Gane, the guy closest to probably John Jones.
Exactly. The only thing is that
What the
Ngannou was hurt, and he's going to be much healthier coming into the Jones. That's the only argument you can have.
Whatever.
Francis Ngannou, Francis
Dude,
Ngannou,
John Jones hasn't fought in 2 years. We're talking about health.
almost 3 years. It's almost 3. By the time he fights, it will be 3 years because he fought February of 2020. Dominic Reyes.
You really, dude? It's not happening in March. Push it back,
Dude, I think it is happening in March.
Is it?
They're like dead set on this, and if it's not Ngannou, it's Curtis Blades. They were like dead set on this fucking happening.
The amount, dude. We're gonna have to do a whole month. A fucking month straight of podcasts.
It's gonna
You wanna
end up
go?
being.
Funny.
Watch
You
it
wanna
end up
go?
being Curtis Blades.
You want to go to Vegas for the John Jones and Ngannou fight, bro? You want to go? You want to
There's
go
no way
see
it's in
that
Vegas.
fucking fight?
That's
It
the one
is
thing
in
that
Vegas.
scares me.
It is in Vegas.
That's what I mean. It's not fighting. There's no way.
The last time John Jones,
There's no
the
way.
last
He's
time
getting
John
in trouble.
Jones went to Vegas was last year at this time when they did the MMA awards.
Yep.
And he got arrested for domestic violence.
Beating up his wife.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
Fiance
Fiance.
denied it and then left him. That's John Jones in Vegas. John Jones has also hit a pregnant woman in a hit and run in Vegas. John Jones. John Jones has beaten Gustafsson after a weekend of cocaine in Vegas, or Cormier after a weekend
Both.
of cocaine in Vegas.
Both.
John Jones in Vegas. I want to party with John Jones in motherfucking Las Vegas.
Well, you're not hanging out with John Jones after what you just said. He's-
Fucking A, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you
dude.
mean he won't want to hang out with me?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know why
He
he
might
want to hang
fucking-
out with
he
me
might
in the
fucking
first
go
place.
right after you.
I don't know why he
Yo,
would want to hang out.
If John Jones is running after you in a restaurant, in a bar, a lot of people around.
I'm staying
And
there
he's
and
moving-
making sure you get recorded.
no, but he's moving people. He's like, get out of my way, get out of my way. You know, he's like semi decently far.
I'm literally looking at you and say, record this. And I'm
I'm
eyeballing
running.
that man.
I'm running.
You better not. You better get that
I'm
shit on
running.
video.
No, I'm
I'm standing there
I'm
taking
dipped.
the fucking.
I'm
I'm
dipped.
taking the risk here.
No.
You better get that on
Nah,
fucking
'cause you can
video.
make- You're with him. Boom. Nah, I'm dipped. Yeah, I don't know that guy.
John Jones,
You're videotaping,
bro.
I'll be like, I don't know.
100%.
No.
You better not. You better not stand your ground because if anything happens, we are getting paid the fuck out, and we can post the video and get paid out from the video. That is journalism. Standing in the face of danger to get the type of content that will
Running-
sell stories.
Running from it, and then
I like
I'm
it.
going to publish a story / book with one of my friends in a coma, and there we go. I'm gonna take all the credit.
I like my idea. I like.
be sitting there to
I'm
go.
gonna make my own. I'm gonna make my
I like
own.
my idea better.
I'm dead. I swear to God, I'm running.
John Jones would
I'm
not
not
be
running
able to. If
completely-
John Jones
Hang on,
ran,
now. I'm not running completely away. I'm gonna just probably like 30 feet.
okay,
30 feet away, because then you won't know that I'm with you, and then I'll record.
that's fine. As long as someone.
I'm
gets
not
it on
right
video.
there.
You just have to get the footage. That's all.
Okay, I'll get the
If
footage.
John Jones were to run up to me in a Vegas fucking restaurant or whatever, he saw me. He's like, "Oh, you're the dude that's been talking shit on his podcast." Be like, "Fuck yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I've been
John
talking
Jones
shit. I'm also.
watches
This is what I
every
say.
week.
You are a terrible person. You've done some terrible things, and you are the best and my favorite UFC fighter I've ever seen inside the octagon. Outside of the octagon, you've done a lot of fucked up things, man. I'm sure you're a great guy.
Oh, you're my role model. I inspire.
And you know what he's gonna do?
you.
And you know what he's gonna
You
do?
know, get
He's
him-
not
get him
gonna
wild.
hit me. What do you think? This guy, this fucking millionaire, is just gonna hit this dumbass podcast host?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So two things.
You do.
Two things. One, if he does, hopefully I'm getting recorded and I'm getting witnesses and I'm getting paid for it. I'm getting.
You're gonna
paid
sue John
the fuck-
Jones?
Oh, I'm suing the shit out of John Jones. 100%. Why wouldn't I? Right?
I don't know you.
Oh, is this like am I gonna get death threats now because I'm fucking saying I'm gonna
Oh, you
sue
see
John
his
Jones?
dog?
Two, he's not gonna fucking hit me. He's not gonna waste his time. He knows that if he does that, it'll be legal trouble. Like
John
he
Jones,
would
let's
just
get
talk
a-
shit.
just Get a beer.
I don't
Not
know.
even. You can get a soda. I'll get. A beer.
I would totally get a beer with John Jones. I don't
He's
even.
not getting a beer, Zach.
Coke.
You don't
not
think
Coke.
I think he
Pepsi.
drinks.
No, you
beers.
can't.
I
order
think he
Coke.
drinks a lot of tequila shots. That's what I think.
No,
I
don't think
hate
he
clear
drinks a
liquor,
lot.
and I would have a tequila shot with John Jones. That's
Maybe
how
he
much
does
I love
drink.
John Jones.
maybe he just drinks and trains, dude.
Probably.
What a life.
What a life.
Dude, can you imagine? Can you
Like, he's a
imagine
one-of-one.
meeting John Jones at 27? 4 years into his span, he is doing alcohol and cocaine every weekend and most weekdays. Every single weekend.
Where does he live?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's training with John Winkelkamp every day. He's beating motherfuckers up every day, doing cocaine and alcohol and
No, he's
banging
not.
a lot of bitches.
You think he's
At 27?
Oh,
This is
I
what
think
I'm
you're talking
saying.
about right
no,
now.
prime John Jones at his motherfucking peak.
7.
Can you imagine meeting that man? Can you imagine just being in his presence?
He probably wasn't a very fun guy to be around when he was all coked up.
I mean, if you're one of his boys, I bet he is.
Yeah, but
If you're just like a dude at the club,
he could
We
snap on a
are
fucking.
one
Yeah.
of John Jones's boys. So
But you gotta think about it. He's not gonna snap on a dime and fuck people up because
Not
people are
now.
gonna sue him. Back in the day,
Zach, I don't think
Mm.
back in the day he cared.
I think he would care if he got sued. We would have
many
heard
times
stories
he gets
of
sued?
him fucking people up in bars.
All right. I'm just gonna bring up that Kevin Holland story that we heard.
And he
You know
probably
what I
got in
mean?
people's
You know what I mean?
face.
You wouldn't ever-
He
you would
probably got in people's face, but
Yeah.
he never beat people
Yeah,
up.
no, but you would never hear that otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's different from okay. John Jones came in the bar and was fucking being a thug and doing this and saying that and like
Yeah,
saying
tell him he's gonna
let's
go
go
get his food.
outside.
Yeah. No.
But he didn't do anything.
Yeah. John Jones wouldn't do shit. I don't know.
John
He probably
Jones,
wouldn't do shit.
he
but
won't
I think
do shit. He ain't gonna do shit.
Oh my god.
I'm just. Versus me?
No, John Jones.
I'm taking down John Jones and putting him in a key lock and slapping him.
Oh,
around.
put him in a twister.
I'm putting him in a twister. I'm putting him in a calf splicer.
Yeah.
The twisty whiskey.
Imagine that.
Hmm.
Like what that guy did. He
Dude, we have to talk about John Jones every single podcast.
no,
man.
we
I
haven't even
love it.
talked about. You haven't even talked about.
Darren Till, Paul Rosas Jr.
We haven't even talked about that.
Paul Rosas Jr. I'm betting on him next fight. I don't even
Bro,
care.
he did a lot better than I fucking thought he would. And we said like he's going up against a nobody. Jay Perrin is a nobody.
Garb's like,
in the
I don't
UFC
know if he's got that dog in him. I don't know. Garb had me nervous.
I know. I don't
I
know.
watched the fight.
He's 18, dude.
And he
Got
whooped
that
his
dog in
ass.
him.
Bro, he's on the hype train. That's all you need to know. All these people on the hype train,
They
bet
get
the bag.
they get given these motherfucking
They get the fucking
wacky
easy
inflatable arm
fights.
flailing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they just fucking mop
They're
the
giving
floor
these
with them.
guys. Right, exactly. He's gonna in his next fight, and he's probably gonna wait like 6 months before his next fight. He's not gonna be going every 3 months.
And you know it's gonna be a cake fight. He has to get
Motherfucker
one
has
more
to.
cake
Has
fight.
to be a
Motherfucker
cake
has
fight,
to
yeah.
leave. Wherever this pay per view. It was Vegas, right? This pay per view's in Vegas. He has to leave the T-Mobile Arena and go do fucking homework. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think he's doing it.
He said he was gonna buy a couch and like
He said he wants to buy a
You know, his
minivan.
mama van.
He wants to buy his
yeah.
mom a minivan so she can drive him around places.
imagine that.
That's what he said.
You
He
know
won a
what?
50 grand bonus.
Good for that fucking kid, because that kid deserves it. If
Yeah.
he's got that fucking, if he's really living that poor.
I don't know. He's got that.
Do we
You do not. Hang on. It's his first fight.
Like what?
Darren Till's done. That's what I was going to say.
No.
Yes.
Darren Till's 29.
Darren Till's done. Darren Till's filled with injuries.
He
Darren
is.
Till's
He said he
career-
tore his ACL in that fight.
There you go. There's another injury after.
This man has had like 4 injuries in the last 3
It's
years.
too much. He can't stay healthy. He's
He
done.
tore it at the end of the second, though, when they were rolling. So, I mean,
Either way, that
he
doesn't
He
didn't have
got
an ACL for
fucked
the
up
last
on the
round.
ground in the first round, and then in the last minute of the first round was piecing Duplessis up because Duplessis was tired. Was piecing him up.
It's crazy how many. Like we talk about football, like them tearing ACLs. How many guys tear their ACLs fighting? There's a lot.
A lot.
A lot of people tear their ACLs. Like that's not like a normal thing to fucking tear. And
Wow.
these guys fucking
You
tear.
guys want to talk about some
tear
payouts?
ACL. There's like an ACL, couple ACL tears every card. What?
So apparently, this is from GiveMeSport.com. Black Witch made 1.3 mil for his main event.
Wow,
That's pretty crazy.
that's good.
That's really good.
Wow.
Ankalaev made 782K.
Wow, that's even better because that's like 15 times where he's from.
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett made 125 grand. And Jared Gordon made 90 grand. Jared Gordon made more money than I thought he would have. I did not think Jared Gordon would be
A
walking
respectable
away with
90 grand.
Absolutely respectable.
Walked away with 100K. Good for him. He deserves it.
After
He fucking
taxes,
fought like a
though.
savage.
Till took 135 grand. Duplessis made just less than $102,000.
That's good though. For
Paul Rosas Jr. Here we go. With the performance of the night bonus, Paul Rosas Jr., the 18-year-old, made $74,000 last Saturday.
Look at that guy. I don't know. He's just his first fight, dude. Jay Perrin.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm not saying this. I'm not ready to
Who
bet
was
the
Jay
bag on this guy.
Perrin
He's not getting the
before
belt.
this fight?
I don't,
Yeah.
He's not getting the belt, but he's winning his next
Well,
like 2
we
or 3
don't know.
fights.
Yeah,
Like maybe
no.
7-8 years down the line, he can get the belt, but he's not getting the belt
Ain't
for a
nonsense.
good couple
Yeah,
years.
what if this guy gets the belt and he's like
If this guy
Oh, he
becomes the
just turned
youngest
20?
champion ever,
just turned 20 maybe? Youngest champion
No,
ever?
he's gonna take
There's
too much
no
of a
way.
road to
Yeah.
the top.
I think he
Very
should though
good.
too. But listen, this guy has 5 years to become the youngest champion.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? 5 years. He could
He can do it.
He could have a fight once a year and get a championship fight in 5 years if he plays his cards right and he gets the wins that he needs. Bantamweight division is going to be tough though.
It's the toughest.
He is a
tough
bantamweight. Okay,
And how is he going to be able to cut that weight? Look at him.
that was the other thing I was saying, talking about,
He
well,
looks
because we were
big,
talking
yeah.
about his face, about how his face is like weird, but like he's 18 years old, he's underdeveloped. This kid's going to get bigger. You know what I mean? By the time he's 25, 28, he's going to be a featherweight. Like he's not going to be able to keep 135 down. I don't
No.
think. Now he has the money now, and he has the clout, and he has the wherewithal and the connections to be able to go with the best nutritionists and to have a great camp and go to the best gyms. So he could stay at 135.
Maybe 74,000 though. Like that's not a lot of money.
It is for an 18-year-old.
I think you know what? It's
Oh,
probably
yeah, but
you're
like a
probably right,
nutritionist
and he
or-
probably goes up to the other, featherweight, like you said.
I think he goes to featherweight by the end of his
Eventually.
career.
He needs
Yeah.
to go up for sure.
It's crazy.
For
to
sure,
me.
he needs to go up.
Yeah.
He's big enough.
Look at him.
He's huge. He looked huge. Thing.
Reach.
Eats a lot of fruit loop.
Oh boy, again.
I played COD the other night.
Really?
No, he probably did. He said.
Right after you got done, you gets home from school, dude. Hops on COD.
Yeah.
Tides training. 7-0 though, undefeated record. You know what I mean?
7-0.
Look at what Kamaev did with how fast up he went up the fucking ropes, dude. And
Oh, fucking James Krause. You guys know about James Krause?
what happened?
The coach
Yeah,
that's
the coach.
involved in all the betting shit.
You know the coach that happened a couple weeks ago. His fighters' number went from -110 to -400 within 2 hours of the fight.
Okay.
Remember this?
Yeah.
It was because this guy Krause knew that he had an injury, or his opponent had an injury, and he told everybody. And so this guy's like, he bet on his fighter. And so this guy's like getting fucking outcasted from everywhere. And he just had his final appeal of like, because the UFC banned him and his fighters. And one of his fighters is Brandon fucking Moreno. And Brandon Moreno was like, I'm out of the camp before this ever happened. Like, as soon as shit hit the fan, Moreno was like, I'm done with him because he had the title match coming up. Yeah. So, yeah, James Krause just filed for his last grievance appeal of the verdict, and they said, no. Like, we're not letting you back in the UFC. Get the fuck out of here. So, I guess he's trying to go to Bellator now. Craziness.
That's great for Bellator, no?
I think Bellator's gonna. Yeah, I think all of his fighters are gonna leave him. Well, there's a lot of fighters that have come to his aid and said, like, this guy's a great coach. He's a great guy.
Doesn't matter.
No, I think that one. Oh, shouldn't that be public knowledge though?
What?
That the opponent has an injury. Like that pissed us off when we found out that what's his face had an injury.
TJ had an
Dillashaw.
injury.
Yeah. Like, shouldn't that be public knowledge? So like that kind of shit
I think you're right.
doesn't happen.
No, I completely
It's like
agree.
injury report in football.
And that was the biggest problem. Like, this guy could have came out and said that this guy's injured, but instead he told other people and himself bet against him. Which is fucking shady as shit, which is super illegal. It's almost insider trading, really. I can't even remember. It was Derek Minner. His fighter was Derek Minner. His fighter lost. I can't remember who won. But, you know, your guy ankle a week before the fight, and you're like, no, go along with the fight. We're just going to bet against you, and we're going to split the money.
You know how many times that's happened?
I'm sure it's happened a lot, but this guy got caught. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying, like, didn't they just make that a rule not too long ago? Like, you can't bet on your fighters.
Well,
no, the fighters
coaches
can't bet on any fight. You could never bet on
Yeah.
yourself, but you can't bet on
No, you
any
could bet on
UFC
yourself.
fight.
Remember that guy? He bet 50 grand on himself to win.
No.
This guy, he bet his whole camp 50 grand.
I remember that. I think.
Yeah.
You might be able to bet your camp. You could probably do like your own bets, but you can't bet like
he bet on himself and he lost.
Like a sporting. No, I don't remember it. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm sure you're telling the truth. I just don't remember it.
No, he bet 50 grand.
Dude, this kid's nickname is El Nino Problema. That's the pile. That's Jake Paul's nickname.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. So his reach is 67 inch 5'9". That is small. That is a big game. For reference, Sean O'Malley is 5'11" with a 72 inch reach. So 5'9" is average, a little above average for bantamweight height, but a 67 inch reach for a 5'9" frame is not big. So this guy's reach is actually kind of small.
Maybe he's gonna grow.
I don't know. He looks way denser than Sean O'Malley.
He totally could grow. Totally could. I don't know. He looks pretty skinny. O'Malley, well, yeah, O'Malley is
lengthier.
Skinny. Yeah.
Could we see like a possible like 16 to 18-year-old division?
No.
Not for UFC.
Like
not with
UFC.
like.
I don't.
Maybe like more rolling.
Here's the thing, right?
I don't know.
I don't know any athletic state commission body that would sanction that fight. That's the only thing.
But they have like high school wrestling.
Right. High school wrestling is different from MMA.
Yeah, true.
I don't think they have high school kickboxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might have high school boxing.
I think they do have like youth boxing, and I think they have like it on a global like state.
So in the future, you know, and this is like a problem we saw in early day UFC. Oh, we're totally over time. I didn't realize that. This is a problem we saw in early day UFC. Like they couldn't get sanctioned anywhere, and then eventually it just became so popular and became understood to the point that okay, you can. The only difference about that, I think, is that long term, having a corporation or a business or whatever you want to call it that would have 16, 18-year-olds fighting is just going to add to like younger people getting CTE and brain.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was that I was talking about this kid, Raul Rousas Jr. But like this guy's been wrestling jiu-jitsu and boxing since he was like 8 years old. Like this guy might have to retire at 32, 31 because his head's fucked up. You know what I mean?
You never know.
It sucks because we love to see these prodigies, but like in a sport as dangerous as this, like this guy could get fucked up easily early. Hope it doesn't happen. That's some bad juju or whatever. But like, you know, yeah. All right, we got another podcast for tomorrow. So we got to save some stuff for there. We can talk about Darren Till. We can talk about Cannonier Strickland and the fight card that we have this weekend.
Oh, Cannonier
is actually pretty good. There's a good amount of fights this
It's
weekend.
not bad.
Right. Mark's coming on the pod tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. He's back in town.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
You ever met Mark Tozy?
I have met Mark Tozy a couple of times, but I don't think I met him
recently.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah. One of the earliest crew members of MMA Complete. It was me, you, Mark, and Dylan in like 2019 that started this. It was me and you, but it was Dylan and Mark that kind of came through early enough. He hasn't been on the pod in almost a year, I think. Probably like 7 months, 8 months. So it'd be awesome to have him back. He's super awesome. Yeah. That's going to be fun tomorrow.
He moved to Arizona. Now he's back.
And
he's back for the holidays.
Yeah, right, he's back for the Christmas. That's what I figured. And that's going to do it. Thank you guys for coming on. Anybody watching the clips, make sure you guys check us out on our Twitter at @complete_MMA, where you can find our latest and up-to-date content that we post every day, from Twitter polls to Twitter podcasts. We reply to a lot of different media sources. We are in contact with several UFC fighters. Shout out to UFE and their partnership with us. They have been doing a lot of cool things with NFT and fighter experiences that we're kind of going on with them. We do Twitter Spaces almost every day at noon. We do podcasts Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 10:30, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And yeah,
their NFT drops. What did he say?
January
the
6th
list is 6th.
January 6th is the whitelist. January 13th is the public drop. And for us, he said it'd be like January 10th.
Yeah. Well, that's the white. I think that would be the
Make sure you guys check us out December 28th and 29th, when we're going to be talking about our superlatives, our end of the year show. There's been a lot of work going into this, and it's one of our shows that I've been trying to hype up for a long time now. So December 28th and 29th is going to be our biggest show, and that's going to be a good time. Superlatives, we already kind of talked about it. I really love that idea of the least improved or the most regressed fighter. I think that was a good shout. So we now have like 10 awards that we're going to do. And we might split them into 2 different shows. We might all do it in one and just do like a 2-hour show. I don't know what I want to do yet. Yeah. But yeah, that's coming. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. The UFC is not rigged.
It's not rigged.
But it's kind of rigged. There's a little bit of rigged. There's a little bit of rigged going on.
The judging.
Come on.
A little,
yeah, absolutely.